Please be seated. Once again, good morning.
Good morning.
Our gospel reading this morning talks about Jesus speaking to his apostles. And he said to them, suppose one of your servant came from working in the fields, and he's so tired, and he came home. Instead of saying, sit with me, eat with me, the master would rather say to his servant, prepare my dinner. And when the master is done or finished eating, he would say to his servant, you may eat now. In our gospel reading, Christ was talking about service of the slaves. What is slaves, by the way? Unsa man ni ang dili lang katabang kundi ulipon. Slaves. Ang slaves, muna yung mga tao that they acquire by purchasing them. Ginapalit. Paling karoon muna yung human trafficking. Slavery. Mura ba o kuan? Nagpalit ka og sakyanan or nagpalit ka og bike. Kung ang slaves niwang barato ra, pero ang slaves maskulado, mahal. Okay? Slaves is captured from war. Kung naigera, pag mapildin mo sila sa gera, pwede mo sila himong slaves. Slaves are people who are in debt. Kanang mga tao nga dako kayong utang, di na gid magabayad, pwede mo sila himuon nga slaves, but in a certain period of time. Okay? Ang purpose gyud sa slave is to serve without payment. Again, the purpose of having a slave is so that you will have someone to serve you without payment. I mean, you don't have to give any compensation. My son, we all know that Christ came to serve. Okay, again, the purpose of the slaves is to serve you as a master without any payment or any compensation. Christ came to serve and not to be served. Mauna ang iyang pag-anhi diri sa kalibutan. That is why Christ was figured as a king of kings. Yet, in other figure of Christ, he is also a servant. Tama ba? That is why ang bishop is in the church set up. Bishop is the representation or someone, he is representing Christ as king. That is why he has his crown. He has his scepter. As promise of Jacob to one of his sons, Judah, that the scepter shall not be removed from your hand. Okay, and you are like a lion. No one would dare to disturb you, will whiten your teeth with milk. Diba? Inana si Judah. That's why the bishop has the scepter and the crown symbolizes Christ as king. But here in our gospel, Christ is also doing the thing of a servant, the one who serves. This is the symbol, the deacon. Okay? Deacon is the symbol of Christ as a servant. Kaya kani magin sa una, tapis magin siya, dili man ni gipatsada mo ni karon. The purpose of this so that you will wipe the feet, so that you can wipe the table. Okay? You will use this as a trapo. Trapo ni. Ato lagi patsada ka mo, orang social tanaod. But this is the symbol of servanthood. This is the symbol of Christ as a servant. That's why if you wish to be a deacon, do not look for or expect for something in return. You're giving, rendering your service happily, wholeheartedly, and all for free. So, that's it. That is why Christ didn't hesitate to bend his knees Jesus Christ didn't hesitate to bend His knees before His disciples and wash their feet. That was a supreme act of servanthood, service. And Christ said, if you want to be the great, you must be the last and the servant of all. If you want to be the great, you must be the last and serve everyone and be the servant of all. That is why ang bishop in his diocese, he is actually the servant of all servants. Because although bishop is mag-figure siya as king, but at the same time, he's serving us. He's praying for us. He's looking for our welfare. He see to it that ang iyang mga pare, ang iyang mga dikon, nakabayad sa rental sa balhay, nakabayad sa rental sa suga, nakabayad sa rental nakabayad sa bill sa tubig. He see to it nga kaning mga basic iyan na provide. And that is his bunang iyang service nga iyang gihatag sa iyang katawhan. Okay, so that's why ang bishop or the president is the servant of all servants. Muna siya ang figure ni Christ at the same time. There are lots of people, daghan karon mga tao, nga asking for sweldo. Kung dili man lang galing sweldo, at least maging sila nga, wak man lang nag-thank you. Di ba? Wak man lang galing nag-thank you. Wak man lang ko pasalamati. Uro man lang hikapa akong bukton. Di ba kating, good job, di ba? Wak man lang galing. Pero don't you know, ang servant, if you're truly serving from your heart, you don't need compensation. Although, love is good, but cash is better. We need cash. Di ba? Pero, I mean, in reality ba? In the kind broader perspective of life, sa dako nga pananaw sa kinabuhi, if you detach yourself from this world, bapa di kumuning kalibutan, imong tugutan, imong spirit bang mo detach, o tanaw niya ang world. What is money after all? What is tapping off your shoulder after all? What is saying thank you? You are just igon si Christ. No! We should not render any of those. Si Christ, when He served, nag-complain ba siya nga, wak mo lang na thank you. Have you heard that from Christ? Wak mo lang pag-serve si Christ, yes, his entire life. Naingon ba siya nga, wak mo lang pipika kung... When Christ was serving us, was he asking for a compensation? Yung siya nga, wak man ko lang ko taga-ibig sa 500 lang. Nagkita na ba si Christ? That is why, at the end of the day, maingon lang kita, we are just doing our share. We are just doing our job. You don't need to thank me, but rather allow God to pay you. Amen. Tuguti ang Ginoo nga siya ibayad. Kaya ang Ginoo nga ibayad, dako gida. That is why sometimes mas malipay pa ko nga kanang dili lang kayo i-appreciate. Di ba? You don't need to appreciate. Sometimes dili lang kayo yung thank you kay ganuman. Sometimes mo gud usahay murag madisig ka ba sa feeling o feeling you bayad na. Pero there are times nga you need to inspire people. Okay? So kinahanglan na sa maturity sa imong heart. Sometimes it has to be announced. It has to be broadcast. Not to boast, not to brag, but to inspire other people. Si Christ ito karon sige mo ta paghinambog sa iya pero during his time wa mo ginambog, di ba? Late na lang, after 2,000 years na lang. So after your death, maybe, somebody would say this, abi nimo kato si Deacon Junior sa una. Huwag ito'y absent. Si Deacon Junior sa una, bisan pag inanira ang sweldo, huwag mag-isang gano'n na sa sweldo, pero siyempre, mabuhi magiging kung asa ka nagalagad. Muna kang St. Paul, di ba? You will live from the things that you are doing. So if you live because, if you are sharing the gospel, then allow yourself to live through kaning unsay mga return sa imo by doing the works in God's kingdom. Pero kuan ba kaning nindot gyud nga ang Ginoo mo reward. Nayo sa kapare ningon siya gapon sa humili. Iyon siya, when we face God, duwar ko ng atong dala. Iyon siya nga ang atong sala o ang atong pagkamatarong. Kaya mo man ang basahon na rito sa langit. Which is, makes sense to me. No? Pero allow God to better. Allow God to compensate. Allow God to tap your shoulder. Allow God to say thank you. Because after all, we are just doing our share. We are just doing our job. Amen?
Amen.
Please stand.